Welcome. 239 Uncensored Anything Southwest Florida and beyond. And we are here live. We're having a great time. We got the lovely Shannon Livingston. Shannon.
Hello.
How are you doing? You got your beautiful Chiefs jersey on today. What the hell's that?
Well, I always represent my Chiefs.
Yeah.
Whether they win or lose, I don't know what happened because my cable went out, so don't tell me. But I think they won.
and it matches, the studio. So I think.
It does. I didn't think about that, but I'm color coordinated.
Yeah, that's good. And you even got the blue. So I think kind of like it's.
Well, the blue is to match your blue shirt.
New England Patriot type of thing.
No, let's not get that carried away.
And I even asked Shannon, I said, did you get a chance to watch the game? And she threw it out really quick. I didn't watch the fucking game yesterday.
No, I did not say that. I said my cable went out, my air went out, my cable, my internet, it all went yesterday. So I was like a pioneer woman reading a book in almost the dark, but it was hot.
Yeah.
Not for too long.
Was it like hot as in like hot or the book was hot?
No, it wasn't like, who even has those old porn books anymore? Now that there's the internet, remember those? Like you would have to actually read a novel and it would have all the dirty stuff in there.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of the juicy novels and a lot of that stuff has been out there for years.
Well, now they're romance novels with women. That's why all women are disappointed with their relationships.
What does like a chapter sound like? Could you give us a little?
I don't know, because I just read the porn and I was really just looking at the pictures. I mean, articles certainly in Playboy, but other than that, I just want to get to it. Otherwise, I would read a real book. Yeah.
So I was kind of wondering, how those
like the throbbing manhood.
Yeah. How's that? I mean, how's it go through the
tidal wave of passion?
Yes, it was a dark, lonely night.
We'll find something.
And we gotta read a couple.
We'll find something from 1982.
Couple experts of the excerpts. Yes.
Maybe a couple experts too.
Experts.
Someone that did their thesis on Fabio.
Yes, and Shannon Livingston last week, she did say that she is going to give some advice.
Yes.
On a little bit of everything. You have to kind of name it like life coach because you didn't want to get in trouble with the DVPR, right? With the state of Florida.
Because I don't have any certification. Didn't even finish college. I barely drove myself here today. But other than that, I will gladly tell people what to do. I'm particularly interested in, maybe not educated on, but interested in people's sexual problems. And so if they would like to share those with me, then I can work that out with them.
Well, one thing we want people to do, and we always forget to do this, and where's Diana? Diana, I know we kind of threw you off just a little bit, but yeah. Diana, what do you really want me to do? You want me to let everybody know to like us on Facebook, download our podcast when we have the podcast. What else should we do?
Follow, and share pretty much, and comment.
And where are we at? Where are we located? We're TikTok, Instagram. What else?
We're located on pretty much every platform. So you could find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and your Apple podcast, pretty much everywhere.
That's awesome. Could you tell us we hit a couple milestones? What kind of milestones did we hit the last couple days?
Oh yeah, we hit 20,000 downloads.
20,000 downloads on a podcast.
That applause?
That's much better than Shannon's applause.
That's me going, woo!
20,000.
That's
20,000
amazing. You guys
downloads.
have worked really hard to get organic viewers.
Well,
I show up, but there's a strategy behind what you do and all the technical work that you guys put into it.
One thing though, I'm gonna corner you with right now, and you don't really know about it, is I think that every so often we need to do, a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We do these lives. It's kind of fun, but it kind of goes away, right? So I think you and I need to do a couple of these podcasts here, at least maybe once or so a week, and throw those in to,
The Smithsonian, I'm sure, will be interested in preserving.
Yes, they want to preserve that on microfiche.
I'm always interested.
Microfiche.
Talking. Whatever did they do with that? Can you imagine being a microfiche company and be like, "We're done. We're done. That's it."
It's a hard drive. That's a hard drive. But no, and then we hit that milestone with 2,000 or 20,000 downloads.
20,000.
Yeah, and then I think we're up to 2,300 likes on our Facebook page, and we're gonna really push that up. And
that's huge.
With you being on here, I noticed when Shannon started talking last week about some interesting stuff.
Surgical procedures.
Yeah, the viewers just kept flying out of
There's some non-invasive procedures.
Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, non-invasive procedures.
Non-invasive. Everybody's interested in that.
Yeah. So it's good stuff.
And it's just stuff that I say to get you to blush, because that's my goal with every show.
Yeah, every show.
We'll get there today.
As long as you can get me to blush. I'm gonna go on here right now on my phone and see who's actually watching. Please leave some comments for us. We love it when we have a comment. Diana's gonna bring it up for us. I'm gonna go on. Make sure we got you guys
and ask
watching.
Questions. If you ask questions, I don't know why I'm losing my voice today. Maybe I should have had a little tea before.
Yeah,
like an opera singer, but if you ask questions, then we'll send you something.
Yeah, we will. We'll send
like Tim's keys.
Yeah, keys to the car, whatever
Snacks.
you need. Yeah. Whatever you know. We have a few people watching already, and when we crank this up, we've got a lot of really interesting things that happened over the weekend. We know that we watched the 9/11. I know I spent a lot of time watching that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tough weekend for me. I had the 9/11 thing. It was a year since my dad passed. So I kind of did a little post on that.
I saw that you posted a beautiful video where it was actually them removing him.
Yes.
And you would not think that would be something that you would want to watch. It sounds like very sad and kind of morbid, but it was beautiful to watch. So thank you for doing that and posting that.
Well, I had that video on my camera or on my phone for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's probably not something I want to share, but the flag, it was kind of
it felt appropriate. It felt like it was an honor.
And it wasn't even set like that. I took a picture of it, and then I was like, I need a little video of this because the flag was waving.
Mm-hmm.
And then this whole weekend, I think the flag was really important. I was very impressed with NFL. A lot of the folks, actually stood up and they were, participating in this stuff. And then they did a really nice thing on Saturday with the memorial and read names and did all kinds of things. And I think 20 years, I just can't believe. It's been 20. Where you wrote something on where were you when on 9/11?
I remember dropping Joe off at school and then listening to the radio and hearing what was going on, and then turning around and going back to get him because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want him to be separated from me during the day. Even though we were in Kansas City, Missouri, you just don't know if they're attacking one city, what's going to happen next. Is it going to be, nuclear? Is it going to be missiles, whatever?
Yeah, it was amazing. I remember, like I said on my post, I was driving on Randall Boulevard, coming up on the intersection to Immokalee Road. Okay, so just there's a sharp corner there. There was no light at the time. I think it was a stop sign. And I actually remember not the color of the cars, but whether I had to wait at the stop sign before I could go. I mean, it's so funny how like that just etched itself.
The emotion of that moment.
Into time. And it's like a hard drive. It just etched in. And then when I asked the question, I got a lot of responses, and people really wrote a lot of details.
Yeah, it's still very meaningful. And they say that that memories like that, it can be just as painful to go through the memory as the original event itself.
Yeah, no, it's tough. And I like to say we got Brittany is watching online. Hi, Brittany, and it's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yay, Brittany! Woo! And you call me.
Tim's gonna send you something nice.
Yeah, I think we have a meeting on Wednesday. So you called and asked if we could use the studio for the meeting. Absolutely. Or you did it. So Brittany, happy birthday. Which everybody wish Brittany a happy birthday. I'll get it figured out.
Yeah, you can send gifts to the studio and we'll get those to her on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever your meeting is.
Yeah.
And whatever she doesn't like, I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll split it with Diana.
And then Josh Bates, and then we have Terry Bowley, and we have it's awesome.
These
Alex
are all people
is on.
I don't know.
Yeah. But no,
I'm building my fan base.
But you got a huge fan base. Guess who's your biggest fan? My aunt.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
aunt.
I'm so inappropriate, and your aunt, who is a nun, finds me entertaining.
Yeah, and I told her, I had a little disclaimer on Sunday when I talked to her. I said, Aunt Mona, I said, her job is to make me blush, and she does a really good job on it. And so it's really cool. So, but we're having a good time on the show. It's really getting big. I mean, we're still busy.
What nonprofit is Brittany with? Is that Big Brothers Big Sisters?
She is. She runs that for us.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, she runs that locally in Collier County. Awesome. She does a great job. And I know we talked about some things helping out with
we love our nonprofits.
Another group. So let us know if you want us to push or plug or benefit the community. Let us know. We're here for that.
If you want me to take care of your elderly parents or mentor your children, train your dog, whatever needs to be done,
Shannon
just let us know. I'll run right over.
Yeah, Shannon will take care of
that.
If
it's entertaining, then we'll get some video of it.
Yeah. So we had, I don't know if you know this, but I think you did because we talked a little bit. We had 2 young kids up in Fort Myers.
Oh my gosh, this is so disturbing.
And these kids need some of your mentoring, some ass whipping mentoring.
Well, yeah, my mentor program does involve them taking responsibility for their lives. And, I don't ever want to just blame the parents like straight out of the gate, but I am going to blame the parents in this situation for being so unaware, I guess, of what they had in the house and what was going on, unless the parents were aware, which, Lee County Sheriff's Office will find out. So these 2 kids, young kids, were planning a Columbine-style attack on their school. And they had all sorts of ammunition and
plans,
maps, plans of the school, and very frightening. So that was very good work done by everyone to pull that together and find out, that they needed to stop that.
Yeah, and a lot of times people think like, well, they're 13 and 14, they're kids, but that mentality and thought and what they were thinking to plot and plan, that's important because Harris and Klebold, the shooters in the Columbine, they had been planning their attack for almost a year and a half before they ended up executing it. Right. So we have to take all these things serious because, I know there's people out there going, they're 13, 14, there's stupid kids, things like that. I understand that they were, but there has to be some sort of immediate action to what these kids are doing,
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody else's kid is 13 and 14.
Yeah,
it needs to be protected when they are trying to go to school. And their frontal lobe of their brain that is able to determine cause and effect long term has not been formed yet. And so there is always the debate of, do we treat children like adults when it comes to criminal behavior? Do they really understand? And I think that it's even scarier to me. I don't think that they understand, and not that that's an excuse. I think that makes it more of a danger, that they probably truly don't have the I don't know, just can't come to grips with the magnitude of what it actually means to take a human life, for another person to lose their life. So watching video games and movies and, talking about how cool it is. And I think they're so desensitized that they don't have a realistic view, and they don't have the even capability of understanding how huge that is.
Yeah. And I think you brought up their video games, right? Yeah. So I've done a lot of training on it, and they actually kids of that age that watch these games over and over. Now, a lot of them turn out great. They're fine kids, right? But what happens is the reality goes away. It's imagining that they're going to shoot.
And the graphics are so incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It feels like you are in the real world, only you can do anything without any consequence.
Yeah. And then if they have...
I had Frogger.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Little frog died.
Yeah, going across. So these kids, if a kid at school were to bully these kids, or were to, not be so nice to these kids, that kid would be the first one on the list, right? So they're making a list. They're having probably difficulty time in school. So this stuff is something in their mind that is going to be played out.
Well, they feel powerless for some reason, whether they're being abused at home, abused at school, whatever it is. And, when 2 mixed up kids find each other and they're able to confide in each other to this extent and plan something, again, without the parents of either of them knowing what's going on, you have to know if your kid is not a problem, but if they're slick, if they like to lie, if they're good at it, you have to pay extra attention. You have to know your kid.
Let me ask this question. Do you feel that if a kid has a bedroom in your house, do you feel that you're able as a parent to go search that kid's room and go through it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But
do you realize there's parents that don't feel that they can do that?
That's ridiculous. And I think that it also is, at least with my son, it was a conversation of, this is my house, and you are a child, and therefore whatever is in here is subject to being searched. Now, he was much more responsible than I ever was, and still is. And so that was not so much of an issue with Joe. But I did take care of my niece for a while, and she was really tricky. She was very bright and very good at being dishonest and getting her way, much more manipulative. And so I had to pay attention to her, and I had to look for burner phones and things like that. Truly, that I never had to, with Joe. But it's always the understanding that, and it always was until he was 18, I had his passwords for social media. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't, he didn't have social media. Same thing with his phone.
Yeah. Well, I've ran into a lot of parents that really honestly felt and told me, like, listen, my kid's got to have privacy.
They can keep a diary.
Truly,
they can keep a diary and have private
and
thoughts.
They were just very against doing any of that stuff, because I go, how come we didn't know about this? Why? I had a kid one time that we brought him down to the office. He was supposed to have a firearm on him. I worked in the schools as a school resource officer for several years. And we brought him down to the office, and he was supposed to have a gun in his book bag. Well, it turned out he didn't have it in his book bag, but he did say that he had it at home. We called his mother. His mother's like, no, there's no way. So we finally go over to the house. We get permission. We get consent to search. Sure enough, the gun was right where we thought it was. It was between the washer and dryer in a towel down the middle. And the mother just like freaked and panicked.
Wow.
And, so we've had similar situations like this, maybe not to this magnitude, but we've had similar situations where we've had to step in and find these weapons. There used to be a day that we would maybe handle it the next day. Mm-hmm. But when we get these potential situations like this, we have deputies that go out to the house immediately, because, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, and what are the rules now with the red flag law? I keep hearing about that.
As far as
that they come and take someone can come and take your firearms if there are children in the house and there is an unsafe situation that's been reported. So let's say in that situation, when the firearm was found, if it was the father's or the mother's, would it have stayed? Or if it was an unregistered firearm that they didn't know about, that the kids got a hold of, like, what happens to the gun?
Yeah, there's a couple new rules and laws that have come out that allow law enforcement to intervene and take and basically seize the firearms. And then when they seize the firearms, they get stored, and then the judge has to give permission to give them back. So if somebody's in fear that they're going to shoot somebody up, they're going to, not necessarily fear for themselves or others, like it would normally be for, like a Baker Act. But if they've made threats against the public, then we can go ahead and get an order from the judge to go out there and seize those firearms. But it's a tough process. It really is. It really is. It
doesn't seem like that on Facebook when people become experts and try to simplify it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it that's involved, but yeah. So, but anything like this with the kids, and if law enforcement intervenes and we can stop something bad from happening, that's ultimately the goal.
And usually the type of families that have guns that, let's say, do a lot of hunting or whatever, like a family that has a lot of guns is usually the type of family that pays attention to their kids. I've found that they're safer when they're gun owners and incorporate that.
Legal gun owners, right?
They incorporate that with their children and educate them, instead of maybe there's no gun in the house and it's never been a conversation. So I think even people that don't own guns should be having that conversation with their kids. I don't know if they are or not.
Well, and again, a lot of times kids will go over to a buddy's house, right? And then they'll start playing with the gun, and then somebody gets killed because the gun wasn't secured properly.
Right.
And then we've had the cases where, people are like, well, I can't secure it because if I need it, I can't get to it. Well, the problem is you got kids running around your house, and all they do is pick up the gun, and these guns really, there's not a lot of safeties to them in some cases. And if a kid's playing with them.
But how long does it take if you have your gun safe and it's like a biometric
right
next
spot,
to your bed, right? Like how long does it take for you to put your hand on there and
Right.
open that box?
Yeah, no, that's all. Those are all things to think about. Well, do you realize up in Indian River, okay, these people were on the beach in Florida, Indian River. Just I think it's a little bbit north of Daytona. I think it's in that area.
The armpit of Florida.
The armpit of Florida. I'm sure that they're going to be little bit happy to say that you say that, but it's okay. They actually were walking on the beach and they found landmines.
Wow.
I mean,
not active though.
Ready to go. Mines.
That looks like a rock to me.
It looks like a rock. Well, yeah.
It looks like the big petrified piece of poop from the movie Joe Dirt. Remember that when he put it in the wagon?
Cow poop. Yeah.
And he thought that it was like a meteor from outer space, and it was actually just a big petrified piece of poo.
Yeah. Now the Air Force came.
Right. Which I don't know about the Air Force people. Yeah, it's like they couldn't make it in the Marines. And so they signed up for the Air. You were in the Air Force, right?
I was in the Air Force. Yes. Thank you. We are the ones that actually passed our ASVAB test. We scored higher than 50.
You can spell.
Right. We can spell. So you go in the Air Force.
You can read all the dials.
Yeah. Read all the dials, how they work. And but yeah, no, we love the Marine Corps guys, but I'm an Air Force guy, so it is what it is. But no, these guys are in Indian River. They go and look down and they see these people on the beach. Beachgoers see landmines. I mean, what would you do if you saw a landmine on the beach?
Oh my gosh, I would call 911 and have them sort it out. But I'm very surprised
would
that
you touch it?
Air Force. No, my goodness, no. I mean, I don't want to touch like a public bathroom's handle to the door. I'm certainly not touching a landmine. It's the same thing to me.
Yeah, but would you like?
No. I don't need to poke dead animals or landmines or any of that. But why was it the Air Force instead of the local bomb squad? They don't have a bomb squad in Daytona.
I think probably the folks could be from the Space Center right there in that area. Because usually what happens, we have a regional bomb squad here, and so we have members from Collier County, Fort Myers, Charlotte County. We kind of come together at Cape Coral. Well, yeah, because there's no bases around here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest base to here would be Homestead Air Force Base.
But if there is an Air Force base around someone, then they may have more expertise than a local bomb squad. Yeah, so if they're available, they may come in.
Yeah, possibly, or they all get together. But they elected to take it, so you never know how that might have gotten there. It might have been Air Force made a mistake and dropped a landmine or something.
We'll just take this now. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Just go on your merry way on the beach.
In the truck.
Yeah. Oh, look, wait, just quick. I see Leslie. She is always commenting. Leslie always comments on her. So she's on here. Meredith, Scott, Terry, John Barkley, Chief Barkley. My mom's on, of course. Hi, good to see everybody.
Hello,
but Leslie,
Sandy.
I love it when you guys comment and say.
Don't these people have jobs? I mean, I'm glad that they're watching, but my goodness, the life of luxury.
I know, it's great. Well, sometimes people can get on.
They're probably at their job.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Just trying to get a moment of peace.
Yeah, no. So, if we all look at Shannon's hair, can we look at it? Shannon,
do we need a close up?
Yes. Well, we can at least.
We'll just pull
bring it out, right?
So some of it is mine. Like some of the blonde is mine. I think this is real. And then some of the blonde is not real. And then the blue pieces are also not real. They're glued in.
So they're like glued.
It's like surgical tape. And my girl does it. I don't know how all the magic works. I just pay someone to do it. But most of it is fake, and they glue it all in. And so you sent me a picture of this wrapper that has some extensions that I'm kind of jealous of, and he has them surgically implanted, which then I thought, why am I not doing that? That would save me so much time.
So do we, Diana, we have this, oh yes. My gosh, look at this.
There we go.
Rapper dancer gets gold chain hooks surgically implanted into his scalp.
And when these rappers do these things, they get horrible infections. And so you only hear about this. You don't hear about the skin grafts and all this other stuff later.
How do you reverse that?
You don't. And then you have scars, and that's going to be, his hair's not going to grow there now. And was he bald before? And that was not like a stylish look. Is he going to rust after the shower? Is it real gold? I have so many questions.
Yeah, and
can he pawn that? So you have to clip it off inch by inch at the pawn shop and trying to get some money for it.
What I probably would have done is find a way to wrap it in my hair or something instead of making it
right. But maybe he didn't have any hair.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's go back to you, Shannon.
Let's go back to me.
Let's go back to you. No, so your hair, when you see somebody that's got a little freaky hair, I guess, can I say freaky hair or colored hair?
My hair's freaky?
No, it's like light, but it's got a little freak to it.
Super freak.
It's got like it's got a little freak to it, right? So what's what do you why do you color your hair? Ask me that. I mean, to a different color because you want a response or you want people to notice you.
Why is it blue?
Yes.
Right. I mean, everybody colors their hair, I think. I don't know what my natural hair color is, and I haven't known since I was about 12 or 13. But I get the blue. I got the blue because blue is Old Republic's color. And truly, and that is my real job. And the Florida Realtor Conference was just happening. And so I had the blue hair put in so that when I was walking around the convention conference, whatever the hell it was, it stood out.
The hot blue-haired girl.
Yeah, I look so plain. The hot blue-haired girl. So much, right? I had to do something to stand out.
But I will say, though, as a guy, you see like this girl walking with her hair just a little bit like off color.
Does it make me look easy? Is that what you were going to say?
No. I guess intriguing would be the best.
Intriguing.
Yes. Be the best word.
A little bold, you think?
Yeah, a little bold.
A little bold.
Yeah, a little bold, a little intriguing. I don't know. I guess, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I bought a whole pack of colors, and so there are different colors that I get in there for like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But I get my hair done now in a private hotel room. It's like a speakeasy of salons. I know nothing I do is normal. When I first started going to her, she was in a normal salon and everything was fine. And now this is going to be my second time meeting her in this hotel room.
Hairdo, room 204 at the Naples Hilton, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
send her up.
It's a different situation. At least it's private. Like I don't have to worry about anything.
No, I'm not saying anything.
I just put on the robe from the hotel, get a little room service, and she does my hair.
But I've also heard of people getting implants in a hotel room too.
Well, I did get that facial surgery in the back room of my oral surgeon's office when he did my chin extension.
Okay. That
was episode 10 of SOB. That should be out sometime soon.
Okay.
The plastic surgery episode. It was. So he said, I said, I want to get a chin extension or a chin implant. He said, you don't want an implant. You just want an extension. And I said, whatever. I just want a stronger profile. And he said, I can do that for you for like $2,700. I'll just do it after work. We can do it in my back room. And so, of course, at 23 years
Shannon's
old,
like, jump right on that one.
I was like, that sounds great. And so they cut my lip like off of my face and pulled it down over my chin.
Holy shit.
And I was awake for the whole thing because, there's no anesthesiologist. And then he took like a bone saw and sawed through my chin. These are the things that women do to be beautiful. And so like sawed through my chin and extended it and then sewed me all back.
So if you saw through it, how does it extend it? You put like spacers in
it? Like some type of, I don't know, apparatus that holds it. So when people say, you have such a lovely profile, I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I went through a lot. I went through surgery awake and a bone saw.
Yeah. In some guy's freaking basement. It's crazy.
But it got it done.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, no.
That was one of my surgeries.
You got a lot.
It's stupidity. I know.
So, so this guy did that. And then I don't know if you really realize right now we talked about it last episode, I believe, or last live. We talked about the violence out there.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Yeah.
People have lost their minds. And I think we've become so disconnected even before lockdown. Just the internet gives you another way to kind of see the world, but not be part of it. I think that kind of started with television, where people started to see the world in a certain way and maybe believe that that's really how people behave.
Yeah.
If you watch a soap opera during the day and then you model your relationships around that, that's probably not going to work out for you.
Probably not a good.
But a lot of people do.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's the life. Well, in this one incident, this is a crazy, I'm going to have the video up here, but the police officers, and people don't understand, like, I've had the opportunity to do this. When you walk up to a vehicle, and this happened to be in broad daylight. When you walk up to a vehicle, you don't know what's inside that car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, good people, right? going the wrong direction or the wrong speed. Good people. However, you're going to get those people in that vehicle that just don't care. They might be wanted. In this case, this guy was. They might be wanted to go for prison. You know,
and now they're like a cornered animal because you pulled them over.
Yeah, exactly. And the people, if you watch this video, we're going to show it real quick, but we'll go ahead and we'll kind of slowly go through it, and you know we'll play it and just kind of watch it out. But this is where he just jumps out and just starts shooting. Okay, I mean it's pretty intense. He actually the guy gets hit, and as you see him, he's circling back around, and you'll see the police officers come back, and they think the guy's still in the car. Watch this.
Oh my god!
This guy,
oh my god!
Yeah, his gun jammed, and these guys, this one guy jumped on the police officer, and then this guy ended up having to come down and dispatch that person. So yeah, just brutal. And people wondered, like, this is broad daylight. People wonder why, you know, maybe 2 patrol cars show up when I get stopped in a traffic stop.
So who was this guy that showed up with the gun that took care of business? Like, he just comes out of nowhere like a movie.
Yes.
Everybody goes out of frame and then he comes in.
Yeah, good question. So initially at the beginning of this video, and I don't think we have it right from the start, but at the beginning of the video, there's a conversation between 2 deputies and 2 people that were brought out of the vehicle originally.
Mm-hmm.
The one officer goes over, and just before you'll see that, just before we saw that, is he goes over and talks to the guy in the rear passenger seat. As he's talking to that guy exits the vehicle with a rifle. He had a mini, I think it was an AR-15, but it was a compact. And he gets out and he just starts spraying rounds. One police officer gets shot, not lethal. He's able to return fire. The bad guy gets shot in the leg. He limps over, goes between the cars, comes back around. His gun jams, thank God, and he ended up using it, hitting one of the deputies over the head with the gun. And then at that point, the other officer backtracked around and he shot and killed him, multiple shots, and that was it. But it just kind of just lends to the fact that a lot of people don't really realize that every vehicle stop is extremely dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it could be your 88-year-old grandmother in the car, but we don't know a lot of times, you know? Well,
and sometimes those grandmothers are moving guns and drugs too. You never know. They're the perfect mule.
Yeah, be like, hey,
that's my job security when I get older.
Have a nice day.
My 401k doesn't work out.
Yellow zebra Jeep running around town.
I'll be a great mule.
But I just wanted to bring that. You know, videos are good to look at because a lot of times, you know, people don't understand, you know, what's involved with it.
Well, we had, of course, last summer, so much attention on the mistakes that certain officers made or how they interpreted situations. And this is the perfect example of, because things like that happen, they might be a little
on edge.
Edgy.
On edge.
And, you know, you can't always expect somebody to make perfect decisions and follow their training, whatever that may have been awesome, may not have been. But you don't know until you're in that situation. And we as humans always like to think that we do know and we would do better than whoever it was. Yeah. So yes, there's a lot of room to improve in, law enforcement across the country, but here, at least, it's rare that I compliment law enforcement, but I have to say that living in Southwest Florida, we are the example. I do trust law enforcement here. I see a lot of community involvement, and I see that actually translating into lower crime. It all works together. And so you don't have to put people into chokeholds. I know you like to do that to me sometimes.
Just you, yes.
But, on the job, you don't always have to do that. But then again, sometimes, if somebody's shooting at me, or I'm used to people shooting at me, and someone gets a little jumpy, then I can see wanting to put them into a chokehold.
Yeah, we have what's called it's a force continuum. And I'm slowly working on getting Shannon on our side. It's working
slowly. I love you guys here. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah. But I have lived in areas where law enforcement was not, and it's on our side.
Yeah, and it's big city, and they don't have a lot of have a lot of tolerance. I will say in Collier and Lee, I know Sheriff Marcino does a lot. Sheriff Ramboss does a lot.
And you just did a great interview with him on the podcast. On
Yeah,
the 239 Uncensored
yeah,
podcast.
It was great. And I think thank you very much. But I think we do a good job of trying to work with the community and try to let people know that, hey, we're normal, we're human. We're out here. We want to bring the positive side of law enforcement to us.
Well,
to the community, I should
having
say.
family events where kids are having those positive interactions with law enforcement, and that's what they know, instead of seeing their uncle being shaken down outside the house. And the kids grow up seeing certain things, and when they're allowed to have positive interactions with law enforcement, then they're going to have more respect and they're going to trust, and it does just translate into less crime.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: when you get stopped by the police, I know it's quite frequently. How was it? How does that feel? Because I've been stopped.
I haven't been stopped in a long time. But it doesn't, usually I know that I was speeding and I get pulled over and I say, oh yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? I don't try to argue about it. I don't cry. I don't pull my boob out or anything like that. Yeah. But now it's a little more complicated now that I live a more public life. I do carry my gun with me a lot. And so now that I have a loaded gun in the car, how do you handle that if you get pulled over? I think you have to say, by the way, I have a concealed carry. I have a loaded gun in my purse. How would you like to proceed from this point forward? So that's a little different. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
I don't look like a threat. So really, law enforcement is pretty nice to me.
Yeah. She just said the 80-year-old that carries everything. Watch out.
Yeah.
So you got a few more years.
That's true. Like if you're profiling, you're going to skip right by me in my Louis Vuitton. You're not going to want to frisk me.
Yeah. Well,
maybe me because you know me.
No, but you're right. I think declaring, you have weapon, just being up
communicating,
and let them know that, hey, listen, I was going faster than I probably should have. The whole thing of like, I was going 25 and you're really doing 70. It's kind of like,
it is like a kid that gets busted.
Yeah, I know. And then the thing is, why didn't you get that guy? Well, we only get one. Oh. You just happen to be the unlucky yellow car that we happen to pick up.
That is what is wrong with society right there. People cannot just take responsibility. My father told me when I was very young, he said, you can do and say whatever you want in this world, as long as you're willing to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
And, you do the crime, you pay the time, and don't complain. You knew what it was. You know the deal going in. You know that if you speed, there's a possibility that you might get pulled over. And if you do, you might get a ticket. That's part of the deal. So if you get busted, just take the damn ticket or, be nice and maybe you'll get a warning and slow down. I just don't know why people feel like, their whole world is going to crumble if they say that they did something wrong or made a mistake. Yeah. No accountability.
Let's go over to Diana real quick. Diana, are you there? Diana?
Let's hold Diana accountable.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Diana, I stop you, right? You don't know me, right? You know me now. I stop you. You're going down the road. You were going a little bit faster than you should have been. Yeah. And I walk up and I say, ma'am, can I see your driver's license and registration? What are you going to do?
Of course, I'm going to give them my driver's license.
You're not going to start crying and start yelling and say, don't you have anything better to do?
No.
Okay. So now scenario number 2, Diana, I'm in the car with you. Okay. Which means that I have a bunch of shit in my purse. And so you're very concerned about it. You know that you're fine, but you're like, oh my gosh, I was just trying to take Shannon to the doctor, wherever you were taking me to be nice. Mm-hmm. But now you have all these drugs in your car and probably a loaded gun. And so now we're getting pulled over. So does that make you nervous? Like if I was in the car with you?
Oh, yeah.
Now she's nervous.
Now I'm nervous.
Now she's asking law enforcement to help her.
Are you going to put it in drive and take off?
No.
Do you declare everything that's in the car?
Declare. It's
that's
her.
It's hers.
That's hers. Not mine.
It's her. Yeah, not mine at all. No. So I think you said it though, right? So even if you are doing something that's not right, you get caught, right? You get caught. Where we run into problems is people pull guns, they act crazy, and it just goes south, you know.
Well,
So,
and the whole thing is you want to get out of that interaction with law enforcement as quickly and smoothly as possible. That means you want to just take it to court, take it to the lawyer, whatever it is, as quickly and smoothly as possible. Get out.
yeah, no, I agree. And then just be polite, go through your emotions, just do what the police officer says. If you feel like you're getting undue harassment.
Yeah, what should I do then? Should
get,
I tell you I'm recording you and then put it right in your
best
face?
Well, you could, but it's not usually going to work out great. But what I would say is go through with the motions you have to do, and then there's a proper channel to report that type of activity. You know,
right.
There really is.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that most agencies are going to handle it and take it really serious. We've done it over the last 15 years since I've been in the patrol division, and like I said, I'm retired now, but we were there. We take all those complaints very serious.
Well, and body cameras all the time.
Yeah, those are coming. Those are coming.
Good for both the officers and whoever is on the other side.
They are. Now, one other thing, we got to go back to Diana. I know she's like going on. Now, Diana, what did you do this weekend? I heard you had a little fun.
Well, I kind of went for my first time, went to Estero Coconut Point. I went with my mom and my little brother. We basically walked around, get to know the area, and
had a bunch of drinks, I heard.
Yeah, non-alcoholic.
Of course. I don't know. You sound a little slurry now.
Yeah, Diana's 21, so she's old enough to do it, but she's good, well behaved.
So what did you think of Coconut Point?
It's actually better than the mall here.
Better than Coastland?
Yeah.
It has a lot of stuff, and it has I like the pretzels. I guess the mall has those too, but the mall has an arcade now, which I think would be a great field trip for us.
Yeah,
they have like old school arcade games.
All right, let's do that.
And skee ball.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's like for the
you
old
get like
people.
a shit pile of tickets.
I don't know if they have prizes or not, but I'll buy you a prize after if you want to go.
That's good. We'll
go get some pizza and whatever they have in the food court.
Yeah, so that's good. It's a nice place. Diana's fairly new to the area. She's getting around, checking things out.
I love that she's talking now.
Yeah,
you finally gave her a mic.
Yeah.
You tried to silence her for a long time.
Yeah. They don't call me mean for nothing. You know, it's
nobody
just one
calls
of those
you mean at all.
Yeah, that's all. It's all right. It's all good. Well, anything else to throw in? We're gonna be back again on Monday.
We don't know
on Friday.
Don't even say the days or the times because it's never right.
Yeah,
it's never right. We'll be back when we're back. You do always try to put out that notice that we're going to go live, and so if people like the page, then they'll get notified that we're going to go live.
And do a little alert that we go live. You don't have to stay with us the whole time, but just to get a little bit of something from us.
Yeah,
we have a little fun and kind of learn a little bit about what's going on. And it's a good time, and we're gonna shoot I think a podcast this week as well, you and I, because I got some
just the two of us, no other guests.
Is that a song? Just
you and I. Oh yeah, and those are both songs. What about Diana? Are you trying to get rid of her?
No, Diana's great. What I'm saying is just we'll do a podcast instead of doing a live,
but without a guest.
That'll stick around a little while with us. So. Anything else?
Memorialize it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to get back in the groove of work, and it's busy out there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think we have season and off season anymore.
No, it's really busy. I know the real estate industry. Again, you guys probably all know. I have a real estate company. I'm actually teaching a real estate class. We're going to be doing.
Because the world needs more real estate agents.
Yes, we do. We do exactly. So we're going to actually have our next class on November 15th. And you can sign up. What's great about the class is you can do Zoom, so you can be at home if you need to, or you can come into class and rotate and alternate.
And you can wear pajamas either way because it's a private class.
Yeah.
And so if you want to come in your PJs,
that's all right. I probably wouldn't kick you out because it's a fun family feeling.
But no lingerie. Like it has to be PJs. Don't be a weirdo about it. Comfort is fine, but don't be a perv.
No, it's all good.
And are the classes for 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, the classes actually are from 5:30 at night to 9:30.
Ooh, that is late.
It's a late, but we only do Monday through Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it actually lasts for 4 weeks. It's 63 hours, but it's
because that's what it's required.
It's required by the state. It's not Tim's rules.
Right.
But it's a good time. Everybody seems to enjoy it. We get through it, and we're just actually finishing up a class right now. We're going to be finished on Thursday with that class. So
I better come in and talk to them about home warranties.
yeah, there you go.
Running out of time to educate them.
You've got Old Dominion. You got the
Old Republic.
Old Republic.
Old Republic. Home
Old
protection.
Dominion
which already sounds like like a home alarm system, but it's home warranties.
Yeah, so
it's not exciting, which is why I do this.
Just give me a little rundown of how Old Republic works. So basically, when you purchase a house or when you're in it for a period of time, you
can get it outside of a real estate transaction. But my job is to deal with the realtors to be able to put the home warranty on each and every transaction, hopefully. And a home warranty just protects your plumbing, electrical systems, and your major appliances. A lot of people think that's covered under your home insurance. It is not.
Yeah.
So, the market has been crazy. We've seen, especially first-time home buyers are coming to the table with over asking, and it's really cleaning them out. So it's a great way to protect the buyers. It's also a great way to protect you from your phone ringing when their shit starts to break a month after they close. Yeah. So, it's $500 roughly on a $300,000 house. It's kind of a no-brainer.
And that's Old Republic. Old Republic.
And
I get the Old Dominion, the truck driver.
I don't know what Old Dominion is. And I am not on commission yet. So get me before I'm pushy. I can answer your questions, but not really, be too pushy. I don't know. I'm not great at sales. I'm more of a marketing person.
You are.
I'm like, whatever. You want to buy it? You don't want to buy it? Let's just hang out. Let's just have a sandwich.
All right. So we will be back on Friday. So we're all set. Yeah, maybe, but we will be.
Oh, will we?
I think so.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. 239. Uncensored everything Southwest Florida and beyond. And we are
out.
Good time.